Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's the house. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to Fort Dodge. Brandon Lewis with you tonight. Thanks for hanging on with our technical difficulties. Boy, I tell you what, it is hard to find cell reception in Fort Dodge. I don't know what it is about this place. No one likes coming here. Why are they in the conference? I'm going full Bill Walton on you here tonight in the girls' game. Just kidding. Anyway, we've got a good girls' game going on right now. It is 24-20 currently in the fourth quarter. With 5:20 to go, we bring you bonus coverage of girls' action. Boys' game coming up right around the corner. Our producer on site, David Braga, back in the radio studios on News Talk 1230 AM 93.9 FM. Jeff Brooks and Lincoln Eastman, Keith Stewart on the camera side here on the TV. Drop it in. Millie Heitman gets the Cats within two. It's 24-22. Good play right out of the timeout. Bobcats looking for revenge after a loss earlier this year. Back in December to this Fort Dodge squad. A three on the right wing. Bowie's going to foul the three-point shot. Dakota Palmer, the junior guard, at 5'6", put that one up on the right wing. And Kinsley Bowie will pick up her second foul of the night in a two-point contest. Clock stops at 4:54 to go in our Super Tuesday coverage here on KFJB-TV. Head coach Brian Murphy looking on as Kinsley Bowie just committing that foul, stands right by her head coach. And free throw is no good on the first one by Palmer. Or excuse me, not Brooklyn Palmer, but, Palmer. Dakota Palmer is at the line. Second free throw good, 25-22, three-point game now, Dodgers lead. Second free throw third free throw, is off the right side. Georgia Jansen with a rebound. Clear out to Millie Heitman, and Jansen now throws it away. Right to Palmer, but it hits the ground. Here goes Bowie. 2-on-2, slows it down, gets trapped in the corner, gets it to Georgia Jansen. She's bumped on her way down the right side of the paint. No free throws, not a shooting foul. It'll be baseline right side for the Bobcats in the road red tops and bottoms tonight with blue numbers outlined in white. White uniforms tonight for the Dodgers at home. A Dodgers script across the front with red numbers outlined in black. Bowie to inbound. Looking around. And finally gets it in. It's tipped on the way in, and it's stolen away. Here goes Palmer. Palmer dumps it off, and it's good. L.J. Mayo with the left-handed layup on the left side. 27-22. Last night, the Cats in action against Grinnell. A tough loss by 5. And that was one where they had a lead. And Jansen gets a scoop and score on the left block. Earn a bucket back there, 27-24. But Bobcat ladies, not a lot of wins over the past couple of years. 6 a year ago, trying to get to that 6-point threshold here this season as well. And in those tight games as Ellie Hughes commits a foul inside against LJ Mail. That'll send her to the free throw line. Bobcat ladies have just really struggled to win those tight games and close things out. Here tonight, they still have 3:56 to go in the game. Hopefully that's not the story. They can push through and find a way to win one of these close games. Mail off the back of the iron on the first free throw. Frankie Long's going to get off the bench for the Cats. Check in for Millie Heitman. Morgan Hildebrand, Frankie Long, Georgia Jansen, Kinsley Bowie, Ellie Hughes, the 5 on the floor for the Cats. Down by 3, second free throw for LJ Mail. And this one is good as she'll hit the front of the iron and roll it in. 4-point game. Inbound to Hildebrand. Up the near side in front of head coach Brian Murphy. Slows down left wing, bounce pass to Jansen. She'll dribble to the left side. Now down the baseline. Now all the way to the hoop. It hits the bottom of the rack. No good. As we approach 3.5 minutes to go in Fort Dodge in the girls' game. Dodgers working to Mail near side corner. Dribbles out right wing. Bowie guarding her. Dribbles in. Throws a pass to the backside. Left block. It's cut off. Brooklyn Palmer going for the basketball. And a tie-up down low. And possession arrow is with the Cats. Jump ball. Moving back to Marshalltown. 3:25 on the clock stop here as Millie Heitman will inbound. Both teams with 4 fouls, so the next one and free throws the rest of the way. Heitman gets it up to Jansen. Now back to Heitman. Right wing 3 is going to come up short, but Bowie a free throw lane rebound right there. Critical offensive rebound. Frankie Long, left high post, comes up. High points it. Gets it back to Bowie. Open for the 3 and knocks it down. 1-point game, 28-27. Can the Cats do it tonight? Looking for their 6th victory. Inside goes Palmer. Awkward. Frankie Long got in the way. Bobcats get it back. Bobcats push it over the timeline with 2:45 to go. Hildebrand, she's been on a hot stretch behind the 3-point arc. Down to Bowie. They leave her alone on the right block. She puts up a shot. It's way off the mark, but she draws a foul and 2 free throws coming. Bobcats can take the lead with his trip to line by Kinsley Bowie. Junior in a big spot right there as Mia Michaela picks up her 3rd foul of the night. Bowie, a couple of dribbles. Free throw on the way. It's hard. Off the back of the iron as she slaps the ball back to the referee. She'll take a deep breath and head back to the free throw strike. This one to tie the game. And she can't. Frankie Long almost comes up with a rebound. Fort Dodge beats him out. Get it into the front court. Under 2.5 to go. Shot from the left side is way off the mark. A rebound underneath, but a putback is no good. Now the Bobcats sloppy with the basketball. Dakota Palmer comes up with a steal. She'll go inside. Swatting the shot away is Millie Heitman. And Bowie throws it right to Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge misses the shot twice. 3rd putback is no good. Heitman will haul in the rebound. She's triple team. Gets it to Jansen. Up court. Frankie Long wide open. Hildebrand was underneath the hoop. They missed her. Now Frankie Long loses it out of bounds on the baseline. Man. These are where these tight situations, you can just feel the tenseness that the Bobcats not good under pressure late in these situations and letting that pressure get to them. Hopefully here on the offensive end as they get second life, find an opportunity. Hildebrand open for the 3, buries it home, straight on, got the feed from Heitman and the Cats. Overcoming adversity at 3 in transition, no good. Rebound inside. Put back by Mail, no good, but she's fouled by Frankie Long. And Frankie Long is out of the game. No, foul's going to come in on Georgia Jansen, luckily. That's her 3rd, so Frankie will stay in the game. LJ Mail at the line for 2. She'll make the first. Dodgers back within 1. Ellie Hughes checks back into the game as Georgia Jansen checks out. Mayo second, and she'll tie the game. 30 apiece, 1:34 to go in Fort Dodge. Hildebrand at midcourt picks up her dribble, back to Bowie. Bobcats got to get it over the 10-second line. Trapped is Bowie, looking around, finally gets it over. 10-second violation. Man. .121 to go. Timeout on the floor by head coach Brian Murphy for the Cats. That is their last of the night. We'll take it with them. This is bonus coverage of girls basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV. Dodgers toppled the Bobcats by 19 back on December 20th. We're locked in at 30 apiece. Timeout of the floor taken by Brian Murphy. 30-30 is our score. Brian Murphy coaching up his team, which will go back out defensively. 1:21 to go in the game. Dodgers have the basketball. And they'll inbound to McCaleb in the backcourt. She'll bring it up to the right wing. Now knifes inside. Almost throws it away. Shot no good inside. Frankie Long is fouled on the rebound. The shot by Dakota Palmer was off the mark. And 2 free throws coming for Frankie Long. Frankie Long, 19 of 51 on the season coming into the night, 37%. First one is off the right side, no good. Long stopped at 1:12. Bobcats are looking for their 6th win of the season here tonight on the road. And that one is good. Frankie Long gives the Bobcats the lead 31-30. Morgan Hildebrand poking that one away. From Brooklyn Palmer, she gathers it back in. Mia McCaleb, jumper at the free throw lines off the back of the iron. Morgan Hildebrand with the rebound. She's triple teamed, throws it away. But now the Dodgers throw it away in a tie-up possession arrow, Fort Dodge. Boy, the Bobcats, they get a little bit of pressure on them late here in this game, and just the ball seems to go to the other team. Just trying to claw their way to a victory here tonight. And a timeout by Fort Dodge. We'll take it with them. 48 seconds to go. Cats by 1 on KFJB-TV.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Marshalltown Bobcats down up by 1 as we have under a minute to go here in Fort Dodge. Bobcats last won on the 14th of January as they blew out Des Moines North 42-2. Since that time on a 3-game losing streak, they've had some close games. Played well against Mason City, lost tight last night by 5 to Grinnell, 44-39. And they have the Dodgers on the ropes right now in a tight game with 48 seconds to go. Dodgers with the basketball. And Timeout just moments ago by the Dodgers. They have one remaining. Bobcats, no remaining timeouts. Mayo gets the inbound, and as she goes to the free throw line, she's fouled on her way in. Foul will come in on the Bobcats. I believe Millie Heitman picks that one up as she was guarding. 2 tonight on her. Mayo, clutch, ties it at 31. First free throw, nothing but net. And the Dodgers have the lead as Mayo rolls in the second free throw. 32-31. Heitman will run the point. She'll bring it across the 10-second line. Up to Kinsley Bowie. Gets past the defense. Looking around as she's double-teamed. Forces it into Heitman. Gets it to Frankie Long. And Long has it go right off of her fingertips. Turnover. Unfortunate turnover right there, but now the Dodgers throw it away on the inbound. 30 seconds to go. Bobcats get it back. Georgia Jansen dribbles it off of her foot out of bounds. Dodgers giving the Cats numerous chances here tonight to close this one out, but not doing it. Fast break up court to Mail. Her shot's off. Actually, that was Palmer. No good. Down to 15. Bobcats get the rebound. Heitman up court to Bowie. Bowie loses the basketball. Layup. Count it. It's good. Wow. With 5.6 seconds, Bowie leaning forward and just puts one up, a scoop and score, and it goes, and she's fouled, and one. You gotta be kidding me. Dodgers looked like they had a fast break that was gonna win them the game and seal the deal. But they missed the shot. Bobcats get the rebound, and Heitman just, I don't know how that pass got off, but Bowie got it, and she goes in. Almost a travel right there. But nevertheless, it counts. And the Bobcats are up 33-32. Kinsley Bowie at the line for the and one to make it a 2-point game. Fort Dodge calling their last timeout right there. Heitman hope and a prayer up to Bowie. That's really what that was. Bowie got away with a look to be possibly a travel. Bowie to extend it to a 2-point lead. Free throw, no good. Dodgers rebound, and they'll throw it away. They're out of bounds on the near side. With 1.8 seconds to go, the Dodgers throw it away. Frankie Long will check in for Morgan Hildebrand. Millie Heitman will inbound with 1.8 seconds. 33-32. Bobcats on the verge of their 6th victory of the season. Kinsley Bowie gets the inbound, and that will do it. 33-32. Bobcats victorious here tonight on the road. 19 points they lost to the Dodgers earlier this season. And tonight they get revenge on the road and a much-needed victory in conference play. As the two Iowa Alliance North foes meet at midcourts. Coming up at halftime of the boys' game, we'll talk to the victorious head coach, Brian Murphy. Ladies will soak in this victory as Kinsley Bowie, you see right there, made that shot to win the game. And we'll see it again here in a moment. Georgia Jansen give it a smile, but there it was. Millie Heitman up to Bowie, and the scoop was good. in the and one. She went on to miss the free throw, but Dodgers throw it away on the inbound. And the Bobcats win it here tonight on the road, 33-32. Well, a good ending. Hopefully it's a good start for the boys, seeing the ladies pull one off. Dodgers, defeated by Marshalltown earlier this season, will break down the boys' game coming up. This is the countdown to tip-off on a Super Tuesday. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It's our Cat Connection with Sam Griesel, senior for the Marshalltown Bobcats. And tell me a little bit about your swim season. You go from football, I'm sure you've lost a little bit of weight, you've gotten a little bit of a different shape. That transition, getting and changing gears, what's that like for you?
So starting off like football conditioning, it's completely different. Hopping in the pool for like off-season training or something, it's just you feel like you're in mud. So getting into season, it's kind of hard. You got to maintain weight. It's kind of hard to maintain. I'm losing a couple pounds here and there. It's just hard.
Yeah. All right, so this is a great facility here they have in the high school. What's it like to swim in this pool? Because Coach Lupe was mentioning to me that the deeper the pool, maybe the faster you can kind of go. What's this pool like, and what do you like about training in here?
I think it's just a cool atmosphere. We go to other pools around the state, but I really like this one. You know, it's an older pool, but we take care of it, so it stays in nice condition. And I really go by cold water makes me go faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So is that another thing you have to prepare for? One pool might be warm, the other's kind of cold. How do you handle that?
You kind of just have to deal with it. Some pools that we go to are warm and murky and just kind of like don't want to be there.
Wondering when the last time they cleaned it was?
Yep.
Well, this one's nice, crystal clear here at Marshalltown High School. All right, so we talked to you a little bit about the breaststroke. You have top time on the team, that event. Do you feel really good about where you're sitting right now and maybe getting yourself to state in that event?
Yeah, right now I'm looking forward to conference tomorrow and then kind of trying to get a better seed time, even being tired right now. We're swimming lots of yards, and we're not tapered yet. And then once districts comes around the corner, we're tapered. Hopefully I can drop a couple of seconds and get seed time for state.
Yeah, and of course, district's going to be in early February, and that's a good measuring stick. What's the senior season meant to you? Because over the last 4 years, this program has had a lot of success, which you've kind of been a part of, and kind of leaving a legacy on this program.
Yeah, so it kind of started out freshman year. I was around a great group of guys, great seniors, and they really changed my mindset for swimming and kind of led me to positive things in the future. And that's what I'm trying to do for all these guys down here. So,
yeah. Well, it looks like you guys have a good crowd, good team out here. Is this one of the better numbers you've seen out for the swim team?
Yeah, I mean it's going down a little bit, but we got great guys, and I love being around them.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, best of luck rest of your senior season.
Thank you.
All right, that is Sam Griesel with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
I'm Tyler Prashong, MHS graduate in 2008.
And I'm Justice Richardson, 2020 Marshalltown graduate.
My family, along with the entire agency, are happy to play a small part in a community that cares so much about each other.
At Tyler Prashong State Farm, our goal is giving back to the community. There are many current and former Bobcats giving back through donating, volunteering, coaching, and just being a great neighbor and friend.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
It is the countdown to tip-off as the Bobcats on the road tonight, heading off to take on the Fort Dodge Dodgers coming up in a little bit. Now joined by head coach Mike Apple. Coach, your team coming off a game on Thursday night on the road at Waterloo West. You were without a couple of guys. Jamison Niehaus sick in that one. How's his health, and how's the rest of the team doing after that one?
We're good. We gave them a long weekend to recuperate and get healthy, so everyone's, for the most part, healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, that is good. Well, this one, the first time around, was a blowout, and, you expected to take care of business, but the way that your team dominated in that one, despite it not going to the free throw line once in that game, but in multitude of facets, rebounding category and different things like that, how do you kind of, keep the course the right direction and make sure you take care of business second time around here tonight?
Well, a huge emphasis was our guys understanding this is a new game. This is a new team that's playing with some confidence right now. They're playing extremely hard, and we're playing on their home court. So, whole different game. We can't rely on what we've done against them in the past. We did watch some film on our game against them the first time and what worked well and what things we need to improve. One area was we didn't guard the drive necessarily great at times. They just missed some layups where we were able to kind of extend that lead at times. So just being solid defensively, getting stops, the same deal, different game here. Just understanding who we need to guard and take away some of their better players.
They've inserted Tavon Feely into the lineup. He did not play in this matchup last time back in December. They're 3-6 since that mark. What do you think is kind of outside of that? What's really changed for Fort Dodge to kind of get a little more momentum? They've challenged a few opponents, including a win against Mason City.
Yeah, I think it starts with their effort. They're playing extremely hard and they're understanding kind of their decent defensive concepts. You can see that a lot better on film. They're a lot more organized, and guys are understanding their roles a little bit more on kind of who they want to have the ball and who they want scoring it and getting them in positions to do that with some of the stuff they're doing offensively.
Sometimes they remind me a little of Mason City. I mean, you're going to want to keep them out of the paint here tonight. They're not a great three-point shooting team by any means, but is that kind of the focus heading in?
Yeah, Westerhoff, number 3, is a really, really talented scorer. We got to do a really nice job on him, and they got some other athletes that are able to drive it, and you got to do a nice job of containing that drive, rebounding the ball, and not allowing them to get second chance points.
Lamar Johnson really dominated for you in this game. How do you kind of make sure that he's the focal point here tonight?
They're going to play, more than likely a lot of zone. That's what we've been seeing on film. So just kind of attacking those gaps. Lamar did a very nice job of that the first time we played him, of finding those empty spots, and we did a nice job of finding them and getting him some easy baskets around the rim, and he's got to do that again tonight.
Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. We'll check out the starting lineups for the Dodgers and the Bobcats when we come back on the Countdown to Tip-Off on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge High School. Brandon Lewis with you tonight on KFJB-TV on our Super Tuesday. As let time to get tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. All right, first off for the home team tonight, the Fort Dodge Dodgers. They are 3-11, 1-5 in the Iowa Alliance North. Despite that record, they are 3-6 since they last lost to Marshalltown back on December 20th. They had a win on Friday against Mason City, 44-39. Impressive win there for head coach Willie Williams. Starting lineup looks like this. Carter Woodruff will get the go tonight, averaging 8 points per game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He's a 5'7 senior. When the Bobcats last met back in December, he had 5 points and 4 steals. Number 3, Cade Westerhoff, 14 points per game, 7 rebounds. He shoots it from 36% from long range. Right now, 32 offensive rebounds on the season. That's 23rd in 4A. He is a 6'3 junior and filled up the stat column when the Bobcats last met this season. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. Number 11, Tavon Feely. Did not play in the previous matchup, but he's been getting a go as of late, averaging 5.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He is a 6-foot junior forward. Number 22, Reggie Peterson. He'll get the start tonight. Best free throw shooter on the team. 17-21 on the season. That's 81%. A 6'2 sophomore forward. And number 33, Connor Jensen rounds out the starting 5 for the Dodgers tonight, averaging 3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. A 6'1 sophomore. He went 0 of 1 from the floor with 3 rebounds back on December 20th. Meanwhile, for the Marshalltown Bobcats, behind 7th-year head coach Mike Apple, assisted by Brynjar Brynjolfsson, 4-10 on the season, 2-3 in the Iowa Alliance Conference North, coming off a loss last Thursday night against Waterloo West, 65-43. Bobcats, like Fort Dodge, recently met Mason City and won. Bobcats last Tuesday won 40-27 over the visiting Mason City Riverhawks. Bobcats will go like this. Jamison Niehaus, he missed Thursday night due to an illness, and he will be back in the lineup here tonight. As Jamison Niehaus, 3 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. He is a 6-foot sophomore. Number 3, Drake Gersma, 9.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 4 assists. He is a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 10, Kyle Smith, 19 points per game, 8 rebounds, 6'4 junior guard. He had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He went 2 of 4 from three-point land in the previous meeting with the Dodgers. Number 24, Lamar Johnson, 6 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, a 6-foot senior. And number 30, Jacob Hayes, 6.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, a 6'2 junior will round out the 5 for the Cats, who are 1-4 in their last 5 games. That's tonight's starting lineups. Again, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you those starting lineups. When we come back, we'll get you tonight's keys to the game. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects. From learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge. Time for our keys to the game. Sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. For the Bobcats, man buckets. Yeah, it was all the big man. Lamar Johnson, the 6-foot senior last matchup. He had 16 points and 6 rebounds. He was doing the dirty work inside in the last game. The Bobcats will have to be good in the paint defensively, but also offensively. Got to get that other scorer in there outside of Kyle Smith. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, see the 3, be the 3, but you also got to stop the 3. Bobcats were 4 of 13 from three-point land, but it didn't matter because they did so many other things well. They shot 51% from the floor, did not even have a free throw in that game. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, don't shoot the 3 real well, only 22% on the season. And so if they can find a few of those buckets, it would help them here tonight on their home floor. Tip-off between the Dodgers and the Bobcats is coming up next. This is your home for Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics, KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Kicks down left wing three. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one.
Tuesday in the Iowa Alliance Conference, the Dodgers and the Bobcats here tonight looking to follow up a superb girls basketball game. Cats won it 33-32 as the Marshalltown Bobcats looking for the clean sweep on the season against the Fort Dodge Dodgers. As the Bobcats won 56-31 back on December 20th as the Bobcats lead the series all-time 20-17 since 2006. Bobcats outscored Fort Dodge 28-14 in the previous matchup in the second half. And the Cats look to get off to a good start here tonight. It'll be Lamar Johnson to jump against Cade Westerhoff at midcourt. Bobcats in the road blues here tonight as the Fort Dodge Dodgers in their home white uniforms. 8 minutes on the clock. Ball is up in the air, and the Dodgers, Westerhoff wins it. And we are underway tonight in Fort Dodge in the boys' game. Dodgers working right to left on your radio dial and your TV screen. Taven Feely, we did not see him in the first matchup. Playing here tonight, control the basketball for a second. Down to Westerhoff. Westerhoff feeds it to Peterson, who cuts down to the right block, puts up a shot. But before he did that, he shuffled the feet, a turnover on the Dodgers. Back to the Bobcats. for their first possession of the game with 30 seconds gone. Drake Gersma controlling the point off of a 6-point, 6-assist game on Thursday. Dump it in. Lamar Johnson beats the defense, and there's that man bucket right away. Lamar Johnson going up strong on the right side. He's got that headband, rocking that tonight. Down left side of the paint, a kick out to Feely. Feely dishes inside. Floater is no good, but it looked like Taven Feely was caught on the arm on that floater inside the paint. And the foul's going to come in on Jacob Hayes, his first foul of the night. And that will send Peterson to line for 2. First free throw up by Peterson, no good. Clock stop. 7:03 in the opening quarter of play. Peterson, a 81% free throw shooter on the season. Not living up to that mark right there. He misses both free throws. Best free throw shooter on the team this season at 81%. 17 of 21 coming in, but there he goes 0 for 2 at the line. Kyle Smith posted up on the right block. He's hung up with Cade Westerhoff. Bobcats get it to Niehaus, top of the key. Now to Lamar Johnson down the right side of the paint. Goes up strong off the back of the iron. Tries to get out there for the rebound, but beat out for it. Dodgers bring it up with Cade Westerhoff on the far side. He'll give it to Feely at the top, picked up by Kyle Smith. Right hot post, picks up his dribble, gets it to the cutting Peterson, left wing. Now back to Feely, right wing. Hesitates, hands off to Westerhoff, and at the free throw line, it looked like he was bumped. And the foul's going to come in on Lamar Johnson as he bumped the cutting Cade Westerhoff at the free throw line, his first of the night. Still 2-0 Bobcats. Nearing 2 minutes gone. Right high post. Jumper's no good off the left side of the iron. It falls off for Westerhoff. And the Bobcats back in transition. Hayes fakes a 3. Hands off to Gersma. Gersma now left wing. Buys a little bit of room. And tries a reverse layup, but boy, that was good defense underneath by Connor Jensen, the 6'1 sophomore. Kind of got a piece of that. Inlet pass. Niehaus tips it out of bounds. They were going to Connor Jensen. That pass was about to go out of bounds, but Bobcats touch it last by Niehaus and lose it. Dodger possession. Baseline left side, inbound, far side corner. Peterson catch and shoot 3 on the inbound. No good, but a foul. Lamar Johnson was going for the rebound. Cade Westerhoff just almost jumped right on his back, and Westerhoff's going to pick up his first foul of the night with 5:45 to go in the opening quarter. Bobcats with the basketball, leading 2-0. Not a barn burner early on here. Gersma over the timeline. Kyle Smith, right wing to Niehaus. Now back to Gersma. Now Smith posted up. Gersma throws it in. But Kyle Smith had kind of moved around his man, and Westerhoff, and Gersma throws it out of bounds in the baseline. 5.5 minutes to go, first quarter. 2.5 minutes. Turnovers mounting early on. Bats inside to Westerhoff as he cuts down to the right block, but picked up by Kyle Smith. He'll take it all the way. Not picked up in transition. 3. Oh, off the right side it skims. No good right there. Dodgers get the rebound. Feely brings it up court. Picked up by Kyle Smith. Loses dribble. Hands off. Straight on 3 is good by Woodruff. And Woodruff gets into the scoring column for the first time here tonight. 5 points, 4 steals against the Bobcats earlier this season as he knocks down a big 3 to give the Dodgers a 1-point lead. Kyle Smith off a screen, fakes a 3, drives into the paint, turnaround jumper at the free throw line off the back of the iron. Lamar Johnson swipes for the rebound, and he last touches it out. And Lamar, for the second time tonight, losing that headband, I believe. I think he already chucked it towards the bench. So that didn't last long for the headband. Dodgers 3-2. Didn't even make it 4 minutes. Crossover, Woodruff down to the left block. It's good. 2 quick buckets by Carter Woodruff. He has 5, and it's 5-2. Up court to Lamar Johnson down to the right block. A step in and a double team. Extra pass. Hayes, 3, left wing off the left side of the iron. Feely climbs the ladder for the rebound. Gives it up to Westerhoff, left wing, picked up by Lamar Johnson. Now back to Feely at the top. They'll reset the offense. Now to Peterson, far side. Cuts down to the right block. Picked up by Niehaus, but a travel. Peterson kind of tried to buy some contact against Niehaus, but Niehaus had kind of stumbled back, and Peterson kept going forward. And it is a turnover. 3:48 first quarter. Head coach Mike Apple barking out some calls to his offense. As Drake Gersma now brings the ball over the 10-second line. Swings to Lamar Johnson, left wing. Out of Niehaus at the top. Back to Gersma, right wing. Hayes off a screen. Straight on 3. Boom! Knocks it down from straight on. That's a good one to answer. We're knotted at 5. Westerhoff tied up at the top. Throws it down to Connor Jensen, and a jump ball as Gersma reached in against Connor Jensen. Tied him up. Possession arrow with the Cats. Adam Boone is into the game for the Bobcats. He'll replace Lamar Johnson. Last 3 on KFJB-TV. Seeing right there as Jacob Hayes makes that one from straight on. So the Bobcats with the basketball after the tie-up over Kyle Smith, right wing. Boone flashes in the paint. Now to Hayes at the top. Now to Gersma, left wing. Niehaus fakes a 3 at the top. Goes right down the left side of the paint. Not picked up, but the shot is strong. He is fouled on the way up by Feely. That'll be his first of the night. And 2 free throws coming for Jamison Niehaus on the season. Niehaus, a 50% free throw shooter this year. Dodgers just 1-5 in conference play, but boy, they've been challenging a little bit more than in the past. Niehaus off the mark on the first free throw. No loss is considered good, but a 72-57 loss to Waterloo East. Pretty respectable for this Dodgers squad, which in other games typically run out of the gym. Beat Mason City last Friday night. So maybe Willie Williams turning things around a little bit as Niehaus knocks down the second free throw. Cats with a 1-point lead. Tyson Hook checking in on that last dead ball. Left wing, Hayden Zusspan's also checked in. 3 is off the mark. Peterson, rebound putback was no good, but this time a follow-through by Tyson Hook. He gets that miss and puts that up for 2, and it is good, and the Dodgers have the lead back. 7-6. Hayes, left wing, gets a feed from Kyle Smith. Now gives it off to Gersma. Gersma over to Adam Boone, far side corner. He's wide open, and he knocks it down. Adam Boone, he was our player of the game in our last game against Waterloo West. He had a couple of made threes. And a big one right there. It's 9-7 Bobcats. Crossover, baseline drive by Carter Woodruff. And he loses the basketball out of bounds right by head coach Mike Apple as he drives from the far side corner to the near side. And then just loses the basketball. But the senior Adam Boone getting a little more playing time. That's because Zane Moore with a fracture out for the rest of the season. Lamar Johnson inbounds to Gersma in the backcourt, and he'll trot over the timeline. Picked up by Taven Altman. Finds a little bit of room. A little help from Lamar Johnson there. Now swings it back out, top of the key. Kyle Smith forces a 3. It's well off the left side. That hit just glass. And the Dodgers come up with the basketball. Reggie Peterson. Top of the key, Westerhoff has some space. Drives against Lamar Johnson. And before a shot's put up, it looks like Lamar's going to pick up his second foul of the night. A little push right there on Lamar, his second, and Jamison Niehaus is back into the game to replace him. Inbound underneath the bucket to Westerhoff. Turnaround jumper as he works back towards the middle of the paint. It's good. Westerhoff's first bucket of the night as he averages 14. 9 apiece. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Adam Boone, left wing, swings it down to Niehaus, who finds Kyle Smith at the top. Left high post, feeds out to Gersma. Fakes a three, drives inside, off the glass, counted, it's good. And Gersma knocks down the bucket, fouled in the process, and one coming with 34.5 seconds to go first quarter. 11-9, Bobcats lead. Gersma with the and one coming here. That'll be the third foul here in the first quarter. That one is the first of the night on Tyson Hook. Yeah, just a nifty play there as Gersma got over the defense and kind of maneuvered that basketball around. Dom Kluwer on the dead ball is checked in. Senior's got a little more playing time as the season's gone along. Ready for the free throw. Gersma puts it up, and that one off the back of the iron, no good. Final 30 remain of the Dodgers. Shot clock is off here. David Altman hands off to Peterson. Peterson fumbles the handoff to Zuspan. He gathers it in. Now back to Altman. Down to 12 to go in the opening quarter. Feely turned over. There's Dom Kluwer, and he's fouled. Dom Kluwer, how about that, the senior? Standing up for short guys all around. Listed at 5'9". I'm going to say I've stand next to Dom before. 5'9" is generous. Sorry to the Kluwer family, but, I'm not. And Dylan especially. We're all vertically challenged a little bit, but you like that hustle right there out of the senior as he checks out of the game. 5 seconds to go. Bobcats inbound. Gersma, fancy dribbling. 2-1, throws a pick as he tries to get to Kyle Smith. Buzzer sounds. Fort Dodge put up a shot, but it was late. And the Bobcats will take a 2-point lead as we enter the second quarter. 11-9 Cats right here on KFJB-TV.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge. Let's get a scoreboard update here tonight. Right now at halftime in boys action, Des Moines Hoover is trailing Des Moines North 32-24. Grundy Center 38-22. They are currently leading East Marshall. DCG is up on top of Newton 37-22. As of right now, we'll continue to get you scores throughout the night. Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer back at the radio studios. Fort Dodge begins the second quarter with the basketball. They'll try a three from the left wing. It's no good, but a rebound inside by Cade Westerhoff, his second bucket of the night. He has 4. Got the rebound off the Zuspan missed 3. This Dodger squad struggles from long distance. They were just 1 of 12 from three-point land back on December 20th against the Bobcats. Shoot it at just 22% from long range this year. Just over 30 seconds gone. Kyle Smith with the offensive possession. Misses a 3 off the front of the iron, but Niehaus a rebound in the paint. He'll go up strong with it. Finishes short on the left side. And Peterson knocks it away out of bounds to the baseline and will stay with the Bobcats. So Westerhoff making that 2-point bucket to open up the second quarter. We're knotted up at 11 apiece. Inbound to Niehaus at the top of the key. Over to Adam Boone. He's open for the three. Why not? It's off the front of the iron. But Gersma with the offensive rebound out of the right high post. Dribbles out to the right wing. And the Bobcats will set up the offense. Niehaus off Thursday. Fumbling that basketball. Getting back into it here. Into Jacob Hayes. And they'll have to back it out as he was down to the left block. Gersma, baseline, clapping for the basketball, got it back. Niehaus out to Kyle Smith, has a little bit of room, and that one's going to skim off the front. Kyle Smith really not feeling it from long distance early on here. Turnaround on the right block by Westerhoff. His jumper is no good off the right side of the iron. Bobcats get the rebound. Gersma up court quickly to the right wing. Drops it back to the top of the key to Niehaus. Now to Kyle Smith, left wing. Now to Hayes. Three. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Jacob Hayes, his second three of the night from the left wing. 14-11. Cats with the lead on the road. 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Down the left side of the paint to answer is Carter Woodruff. And Woodruff with his third bucket of the night. He has 7. Gersma surveying the defense. We'll call Jacob Hayes up for the basketball to the right wing. Kyle Smith cutting down to the right block, but covered up by the defense. Now backdoor to Jacob Hayes, wide open. He cut from the right wing down to the left block, and the turnaround jumper is good for Jacob Hayes. 8 for the junior. Six points, 2 rebounds against Waterloo West on Thursday. 3 from Zuspan. He's well off the mark. Niehaus gets the rebound at the free throw line. He'll bring it into the front court. Over to Gersma, left wing. Motions Boone. Now Kyle Smith over to left wing. Far side corner is Boone as well. Boone cuts to the top. Fakes a 3. Drop it into Jacob Hayes. He's bumped down to the left block. He'll go to work. Hook shot. It's good. Same spots. Same results. 10 for Hayes. Connor Jensen, skip pass to Zuspan, left wing. Out down the left side, they'll dump it inside to Peterson, blocked, but a foul. Committing the foul is going to be Jacob Hayes. His second foul of the night as he fouls Peterson on his way up for the shot. Peterson's second trip to the line tonight. Peterson, I don't know if it's a broadcaster's jinx or whatever. I talked him up in the pregame. 81% free throw shooter. He's 0 for 3. Fourth free throw of the night for Reggie Peterson on the way. And he still hasn't made one. Dodgers trying to save the free throw missed, but Gersma comes away with it. 18-3, Cats with the lead. A couple of Jacob Hayes buckets extending their lead here as they try to feed it right back down to the right block to Jacob Hayes, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Dodgers. 4:25 stopped on the clock, second quarter. Gersma looks around and got a little too fancy with that inbound. Kyle Smith was wide open on the far side corner. He looked that way and then went to Adam Boone, but threw it right over Adam Boone. And with 4:25 to go in the second quarter, Dodgers' Willie Williams, head coach, takes a timeout. We'll take one with them. Bobcats with the lead on the road on Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
My name is Dominic Kluwer, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
18-13, Dodgers taking the timeout. They trail to your Marshalltown Bobcats. Bobcats going to be road warriors from pretty much the rest of the way out on the season. Only 2 more home game contests. Trips to Ottumwa, sneaking those in there. A miss by the Dodgers on the offensive end. Bobcats quickly in the front court. Adam Boone at the top, swings at Gersman left wing. Kyle Smith now off of a screen at the top. Buys a little bit of space, gets the Dodgers off their feet. Now pass to the right wing to Jacob Hayes. They'll work it around the perimeter, back to the left side. Now to Gersman at the top. Drives in, puts the ball down on the block. Turnaround jumper from straight on from about 5 foot out is no good by Gersma. Feely got the outlet pass and now swings it to Woodruff at the top of the key. Peterson, right wing, going against Adam Boone. Goes down to the right block, puts up a shot, it rolls in and out. Kyle Smith with the rebound. Gersma right wing, an extra pass to Adam Boone. Boone to Hayes, an extra pass to Niehaus. He'll pass up the shot. And they'll work it back to the near side. Kyle Smith, baseline, spin move with the right block. Finds wide open Jacob Hayes. Now a wide open Adam Boone. And a wide open Adam Boone knocks down his second three. 6 for the senior. It's 21-13. Cats just like that. Up big here in the second quarter. Peterson drops it in and a foul. Niehaus reaches in on the intended target, Cade Westerhoff. Hayes, unselfish, the assist as he has that extra pass over to Adam Boone in the far side corner for that made three. Three from the far side on the inbound to Carter Woodruff, and Woodruff feeling it tonight. He has 10. Second made three for Woodruff, who shoots at just 14% from long range. Hayes at the top. He was looking to get it to Gersma. Shuffles the feet. A travel and a turnover. 21-16 after that last made three by the Dodgers. A line change for the Dodgers. Gersma, Hayes, Niehaus, Smith, and Boone, the 5 of the floor for the Cats. And now away from the ball, a foul and a defensive hold going to be called on Kyle Smith. Third team foul in the second quarter. 2:04 stopped on the clock after that foul. And the officials will move the basketball to the baseline on the inbound by Carter Woodruff. The line formation on the inbound above the free throw line. They'll throw into Cade Westerhoff, who comes to the near side corner. And as they do that, Tyson Hook dribbles it off of his foot out of bounds and back to the Bobcats with under 2 to go. Gersma. Got it to Boone. Now Gersma gets it back from Hayes from the top. He's on the right wing. Looking around. Hesitates, drives, misses the shot. It's off the back of the iron. Gets his own miss. Up to Kyle Smith as the shot clock resets. Kyle Smith dribbles it away himself. Adam Boone hustles out near the midcourt stripe and gathers it back in, and the Bobcats will reset offensively. Gersma to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. He'll force a shot. Well off the mark, but he finds Niehaus hanging out on the right block. Boy, good defense by Cade Westerhoff. Got a piece of that, but Gersma with a sneaky pass. He finds Niehaus for his first bucket of the night. He has 3. He made a free throw earlier tonight. Altman on the right wing swings to Zuspan. Top, and now Niehaus blocks the shot of Zuspan. And as Niehaus gets the basketball back off of the miss, a cover-up by Tyson Hook, who will commit the foul. That is his second of the night. Good hustle defensively by Niehaus after making the bucket. Then comes back on the defensive end and blocks the shot of Zuspan. Suspan usually comes off the bench, but he's a decent shooter overall. 6 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 33% from the floor, 30% from long range, and 58% from the free throw line. So can do it pretty well. He is a senior on this Dodger squad. Down to 42 seconds to go before halftime. A crossover, free throw line jumper by Smith, and he knocks it down. That is his first bucket of the night. He's been well off the mark from three-point territory, but a nice bucket right there. It extends the lead to 9 for the Cats as a timeout on the floor. 34 seconds to go before halftime. You're watching Bobcat basketball right here on KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge out of the timeout. Westerhoff misses a shot on the right block. 9-point lead for the Cats, 25-16. Bobcats with the shot clock off here, play for the final shot before halftime. Kyle Smith off a screen with 5 to go. Hesitates, buys some room down to the right block. His runner is strong, and it's off the front of the iron, no good. And that's how we head to halftime. 25-16 is our halftime score. As the Bobcats here tonight, Jacob Hayes helping lead them with 10 points in the first half. Coming up, we will have our halftime reports, and we'll break down stats and also talk to head coach for the girls squad, Brian Murphy. Halftime coverage all brought to you by Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening to News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching right here on KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Halftime coverage all brought to you by Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on, online at scoutingiowa.org. Well, we had some connection issues, Coach, but we got the last 6 minutes of your game in.
It's the right 6 minutes.
And that's exactly. It was the right 6 minutes as your team with a superb performance. You know, things kind of got tight. You could see some players kind of tighten up down the line. But your team, like last night, you know, really challenged to the very end, but able to get that victory here tonight and get over the line. Morgan Hildebrand, as we see the replay, made a nice 3 late in the game. And then that final play of the game where Millie Heitman gets the basketball, a little bit of a hope and a prayer here, right, to Kinsley Bowie. Might have got away with a little bit of a travel there, but hey, we don't care. The 2-point bucket win, the free throw. talk to me about that last 30, 40 seconds of that game.
Yeah, and it's tough as a coach where, we burned some timeouts early in some situations, so we were going that last, I think, 2 minutes or so with no timeouts where that's one of those ones where as a coach you're just hoping that players are going to respond, and, you hit it right in the head. I mean, Millie made a beautiful pass, got her eyes down floor, and, Kinsley absolutely loves that scoop shot. She's been working on that since she was a freshman, and it's great to see that pay off.
Yeah, it really was. And now you get your 6th victory of the season, tying your win total from a year ago as you continue to kind of push this team ahead. What does it say about your team? You lose to Fort Dodge by 19 the first time around, and now you win it the second time around. Making those strides. We talk so much, almost ad nauseum, I'm sure, to a little bit, just about the different aspects that your team is improving. But to be able to come out here and get the job done like they did here tonight, especially on the road, I'm sure you have to be extremely impressed by.
Absolutely. And I think resilience is a word that gets overused a lot, but it's 100% the way I would describe our effort tonight. I mean, we had every excuse lined up for tonight where we played a really tough game last night. Everyone played heavy minutes. You turn around, you have a long bus ride. I mean, you just stack up all the things that could have been an excuse. And, I mean, the girls just absolutely dug deep, just stayed close, and we were finally able to get across the finish line. And we've been talking all season about, right so far we have won all the games that I think you would expect us to win. And this is the first 50-50 game where we finally got one, where, we've been waiting for this type of victory where we come in knowing that there's a small margin of error and, again, a lot of things stacking up that really could have been an excuse, and instead, they find just enough in the tank to get us across the finish line.
Well, and to see Georgia Jansen's smile on her face after this one,
Yep.
She's always having fun, as are all the ladies. Do you think, I mean, obviously this helps morale, a win always does, but do you think it makes a difference with how tight your team is? I mean, they're always out at Bobcat Live. You always see them around with each other. I mean, knowing that each other has their back, and I've heard players say, yeah, we've taken Morgan Hildebrand under our wing kind of thing. So, I mean, that's all got to kind of factor into also what you're trying to accomplish as a coach.
It does, and statistically, there's a lot of evidence of that as well, where when you look at our scoring, every single night it is incredibly balanced. And tonight, I think Kinsley was our leading scorer, one of them. The night before, it was Millie. I mean, it just kind of rotates through. And what was striking to me in the box score is you look at ours, we've got 5 or 6 different players that scored multiple baskets. Look at Fort Dodge. I mean, LJ had, of their 30, I think she had 20-something. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, that balance is reflected in our team. And it's something as a coach that, it's hard to teach that, and they genuinely don't care who succeeds, who has a good game, as long as the team succeeds. And that's an incredibly validating thing to work with as a coach, is having that team mindset instinctively and not having to be told.
Well, congrats on the victory here tonight. That was an awesome win here tonight, and a good way to do it. Enjoy this one, and the road trip ends here, but the week doesn't end, and things don't get any easier. You've got Waterloo East on Friday night.
Yep. Another 50-50 game. So we're looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it as well. That's Brian Murphy with us. We'll talk to him coming up on Friday night. Tip-off of the girls' game at 6:15. We'll have that one for you here on KFJB-TV. Boys leading it, trying to do what the girls did as well. They lead it by 9, 25-16 at halftime. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Cat Connection.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge. Dodgers trailing your Marshalltown Bobcats 25-16. Bobcats looking for their third conference victory here tonight to get back to 500 in conference play. Taking a look at scores around the area here tonight. Final, Nevada takes down Greene County 71-24. End of the third, Roland Stories up on South Hamilton 60-17. Fourth quarter, DCG leading Newton 58-38. And Grundy Center right now leading East Marshall in the fourth quarter 58-36. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge at the break. Bobcats leading 25-16. Leading scorer in the first half for the Cats, Jacob Hayes with 10 points. 2 for Lamar Johnson, 6 for Adam Boone. Kyle Smith, Drake Gersma both with 2 apiece, and Jamison Niehaus with 3. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, just 3 in scoring in that first half. Carter Woodruff with 10, Cade Westerhoff with 14, and Tyson Hook with 2 points. Bobcats will get the basketball to begin the third quarter here tonight as head coach Mike Apple looks on. And he'll give the play call for the Cats as they inbounded here to Drake Gersma. And we're underway in the second half with that 9-point lead. Lamar Johnson into the game to begin the second half. Hayes, left wing, caught the basketball, maybe had a seam, but opted to pass it back to Gersma at the top of the key. Now Niehaus down the left side of the paint, gives it to a cutting Gersma. Floater's good. Drake Gersma with 4 in the game, and that one just from straight on. Good for 2, 27-16. Dodgers with the basketball on the right wing. They drop it inside of the free throw line to Westerhoff from Woodruff. And as he goes up with it, a foul on the floor. Actually, they say in the process, so Cade Westerhoff's going to be headed to the free throw line for the first time tonight. There was that cut and bucket by Gersma on the last play here on KFJB-TV. Cade Westerhoff rattles in the first free throw. Cade Westerhoff, a 51% free throw shooter on the season. Westerhoff takes a dribble. Second free throw's up and off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound out to the near side. Carter Woodruff brought that one in. He'll drop it off to Connor Jensen, and he's good from inside for his first bucket of the night as he works from the right block to the left, and up and under he goes for the 2-point bucket. Gersma drops it Niehaus free throw line, fakes the shot, drives inside, has to back it out. Gersma straight on 3. That one off the right side of the iron, no good. Rebound. Dodgers up to Woodruff, drives the baseline, kicks out far side corner, 3's off the mark by Westerhoff, but it's tipped out of there by Connor Jensen. Back down to Peterson. Peterson hits the deck as his shot's blocked at the right block by Jacob Hayes. Good defensive play right there. Boy, the pep band is cleared out for the Dodgers at halftime, and it's a little more quiet. Did someone tell the pep band the game is not over? Niehaus flips it underhand to Kyle Smith. Wide open, splash, knocks it down near side. First three of the night for Kyle Smith. It's been a tough go from long distance for the junior, but finally knocks one down. Inside, trying to do the dirty work, Feely, but he misses a couple of shots. Eventually gets the basketball back, dumps it off for Peterson, who rolls it in from straight on as he cuts in from the left wing. Reggie Peterson's first bucket of the night. He went 0 for 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Gersma dumps it into Niehaus in the paint. Gives to Hayes, left wing three, off the mark. Rolls off the iron right side. Rebound to Westerhoff. Up to Feely. The leaner's good on the right block. Feely with two. 7-5 run for Fort Dodge out of halftime. Back to a 7-point game. Kyle Smith, left wing, controlling the basketball. Gets it back to Gersma at the top. Now to Boone, right wing. Pass back to Gersma was tipped. He gathers it back. Now to Boone, right wing. Now back to Gersma. They're playing a little keep away, and boom, it goes. Left wing. Kyle Smith, back-to-back threes for the Cats. He has 6 in the second half, 8 on the night. 4:45 to go, third quarter. It's a 10-point lead for the Cats. Timeout of the floor on KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
I'm Will Swartz. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Kyle Smith heating up in the second half. Bobcats with a 10-point lead. Couple of quick threes. Drake Gersma, 2. And the timeout just taken a short time ago on the floor. Head coach Mike Apple during that timeout yelling at his team. I could hear him box out. Here we look at the replay on KFJB-TV as Kyle Smith made that last three, and promptly a timeout by Fort Dodge and head coach Willie Williams. His team 2-3 in their last 5, playing much better. But the Bobcats playing well on the road to begin this one here in the second half tonight. 3, right wing, off a screen is no good by Carter Woodruff. Hayes with the rebound inside. Clear out to Gersma up the near side across the timeline. Over to Boone, swings at Niehaus free throw line. Just trying to break that zone defense. Now Hayes, baseline jumper, rolls in and out right side. Westerhoff got the rebound up to Woodruff. Hands off, right wing. Zuspan thought about the 3. Now they'll dump it inside to Westerhoff. Gets tied up, turns around, jumper's way strong off the glass. Kyle Smith rips it away. One of the top rebounders on the defensive end in Class 4A is Kyle Smith, second in defensive rebounding in 4A with 100 defensive rebounds this year and adding to it tonight. Nasty spin move inside by Drake Gersma. He has 6 on the night. And we have a timeout of the floor as Kyle Smith has a bloody nose. How about that? Assistant Brynjar Brynjolfsson playing athletic director here tonight. Just going to hold that nose. Possibly ensure Kyle Smith stay in the game with 3:27 to go third quarter. Bobcats leading 35-23. I don't know whose shirt that was, but... And now the real athletic trainer comes over and gives a little bit of gauze to help stop that bleeding for Kyle Smith. After that's all said and done, Dodgers with the basketball. Woodruff pushes it into the front court. Over to Zuspan, right wing. Kyle Smith now picking up. Reggie Peterson at the top. Handoff, Westerhoff. And Westerhoff drives at a bump by the Bobcat defense. It's going to be on Niehaus. He'll pick up his second foul of the night. Non-shooting foul, so baseline left side for the Dodgers. 3:13 left in the third quarter. Feely, left wing. Works it back to Westerhoff at the top. Now a drive by Woodruff, and the leader is good. Boy, Woodruff having a little bit of a career night here. He averages 8. He's having 12. Right now, he only had 5 in the first meeting with the Cats. Adam Boone, far side corner, throws it away. Picked off by Woodruff. Gersma not able to get it. Feed out to Zuspan, takes it to the left block. Now has to get it back to the top. Feely cuts down the right side of the paint, and he answers. His second bucket here in the third. He has 4 on the night. Going to get that back down to an 8-point game. Adam Boone, right wing. Back to the top to Gersma to reset the offense. Out of Hayes. Back to Gersma. And a bump. Kyle Smith was posting up on the right block, and I believe Woodruff fouled him. And that would be Carter Woodruff's first foul of the night. And it is. Jacob Hayes will be the inbound man. Inbound to Adam Boone, but Dodgers step in and knock it away as Carter Woodruff with a nice play defensively there to knock the inbound pass away to Adam Boone on the left block. Brynjar Brynjolfsson getting up and barking out the orders for the inbound play. Up to Kyle Smith, top of the key. Gets it back from Adam Boone, who had it briefly on the right wing. Now Niehaus down to the right block against 2 Dodger defenders. Can't make the bucket, but Gersma with the offensive rebound off the miss. Now to Jacob Hayes. Drives in and knocks down the jumper just outside the paint. Jacob Hayes having a big night. He has 12. Back to a 10-point lead for the Cats. Off the mark on the right block. It's Hook. Bobcats got a piece of that shot. Adam Boone in transition. Dumps it into Hayes' left block. Back out to Gersma. Fakes a 3. The free throw line. Hesitates. Down to the right block. Now has to back it out. Now to Hayes. Straight on. And that one off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound out to the far side to Woodruff. Up to Zuspan. Drops it in to a cutting Westerhoff. Westerhoff tied up in the paint. Puts up a shot anyway. And he's able to get that one over the defender. He has 7 tonight. 8-point game with 1 minute to go. Third quarter. Bobcats 37-29 leading. Kyle Smith off a screen. Gets it over to Gersma, right wing. Now back to Kyle Smith, who is trying to work his way off of his screen. Hesitates, gets past Feely, and Strong as he leaves it at the rack. Off the front of the iron, no good. Feely, here he goes, coast to coast. Lays it up with his hand only about a foot away, or an inch away from the iron right there. And Feely with 6 points here in the third quarter. Shot clock is off. Final 22 seconds. Third quarter here. Dodgers, Cats just exchanging buckets, and they do again nearly, but Niehaus on the left block has his shot roll in and out. Feely now has his pocket picked by Gersma. Up to Niehaus. Layup good at the buzzer. and the Bobcats will take a 39-31 lead to the final 8 minutes here tonight as Jamison Niehaus 5 points, but Gersma got the pick and the late bucket as we head to the fourth. This is Super Tuesday on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Dodgers outscore the Bobcats 15-14 in the third quarter, narrowing it down to an 8-point game. There's a final play of the first half, the third quarter, as Gersma picked the pocket of the Dodgers and gets it up court to Niehaus, who was a little bit slow getting back after he missed his shot. He did hit the deck, but hey, we'll take the little cherry picking right there any day. And as the final seconds counted down, that end of the third quarter. So 39-31, Bobcats will go on defense to begin this fourth quarter. Final score tonight, Roland Story tops South Hamilton 79-26 and Colonesco all over Meskwaki 75-28. Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer back at the radio studios. A drive down to the right block, and it looks like Gersma is going to pick up his first foul of the night as he was guarding Cade Westerhoff, who put on a nice spin move at the right block. And that was actually Carter Woodruff. I don't know what it is about Woodruff and Westerhoff. I always get those two guys mixed up. They don't really look a whole lot alike. I think it's just the W last name. You don't run across a ton of Woodruffs or Westerhoff unless you're in Fort Dodge. So Carter Woodruff having a big night. He knocks down the first free throw. And the second one to come. And that one's no good. He has 13 points tonight. 39-32. Niehaus, top of the key, looking for Kyle Smith, who has Woodruff all over him. Got the basketball momentarily. Now Gersma throws it away. Niehaus from behind knocks it away from Taven Altman out of bounds, and that stops a fast break. Dodgers will keep the basketball, but good hustle by Niehaus right there on the defensive end. Baseline right side for Hayden Zuspan, who will be the inbound man. Up to Altman, right wing, and gets it over to Westerhoff, top of the key. Now feedback to Zuspan. Three's off the mark, but an offensive rebound on the left block. The putback is good by Carter Woodruff. 15 for Woodruff, and the Bobcats making him look like an all-star tonight. Woodruff, the senior, at 5'7". Backdoor cut, Adam Boone down to the left block. Gersma finds him for the assist, and Adam Boone also having a nice night. He has 8. 41-34. Woodruff down the right side of the paint, drops it off to Westerhoff on the right wing. Now Westerhoff right down the heart of the paint. Westerhoff has had an off night, but here in the second half he's found himself with 9 points now. He normally averages 14. Lamar Johnson still riding the pine right now. He's got a couple of fouls on him, but haven't seen him a whole lot here tonight. Kyle Smith opens up, straight on three. Pops in and out. Outlet to Woodruff. Now to Zuspan, near side corner. Takes a dribble. Right wing three is good. Wow, Zuspan finally finding it. 30% from long range. And that one gets Fort Dodge back within 3. It's 41-38. A little bit of the bewitching out right now. with 5.5 minutes to go. Can he pull back away for the Bobcats, or do the Dodgers keep closing the gap? Niehaus fakes a three, drives, spins in the paint, loses the basketball, turnover. Here's Cade Westerhoff on a fast break, goes against Hayes. Hayes blocks his shot out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dodgers, but another exceptional defensive play, and this time from Jacob Hayes. That had 2 points written all over it by Westerhoff, but Hayes denied that one, and now a timeout on the floor by the officials as Kyle Smith still dealing with that bloody nose. And the trainer will come over. We'll take a timeout with them with the bloody nose for Kyle Smith. Bobcats lead 41-38 right here on KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Hey, I'm Lamar Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
Well, right on cue, Lamar Johnson on your TV screen, and Lamar Johnson checks in for Kyle Smith. And now Westerhoff strikes again for a 2-point bucket inside the paint out of the brief injury timeout, and it's a 1-point game. Bobcats led by 10 just a moment ago. Niehaus, left wing, over to Gersma, cuts down to the right block, forces a shot, it goes! Gersma, 8 points tonight and draws the foul for the and one. 43-40 with 4:47 to go in the basketball game. Kyle Smith will get off the bench and check back into the game and replace Lamar Johnson. Drake Gersma on the season at the stripe, 46% at the line. And Gersma no good. Fort Dodge is on a 10-4 run here in the quarter. A crossover, Adam Boone gets beat by Taven Altman. Takes it up top and right at Boone, down to the left block for 2. That's his first bucket of the night. Back to a 1-point game, and now Gersma knifes in, and he drops in a floater as he leaves it off on the left side for 2. Nobody picked him up really until he got near the bucket on the left wing. He started that drive, and now Fort Dodge trying to answer back. A drive here and a foul. Drake Gersma, his second foul of the night. Adam Boone checks into the game, or checks out of the game, as Lamar Johnson will replace him. And I had Lamar for 3. He actually has 4 fouls, so that's definitely why he was over on the bench. 3 by Altman. Wow, we're tied at 45. What a time to come alive for Taven Altman. 5 points here in the fourth quarter, and that one knots us up with 3:50 to go. Timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. Dodgers clawing their way back into this one against the Bobcats on Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Bobcats have led throughout the night. They led after the first quarter. They led 25-16 at halftime. But That lead is whittled away. We're tied at 25 or 45, and out of the timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple, a spin move in the paint. Gersma was not able to hit the shot. Altman a three in transition. That one is off the mark. Basketball goes out of bounds from the baseline, and they'll give it to Marshalltown with 3:30 remaining. Willie Williams, head coach for Fort Dodge, jumped up. He did not like the call. He thought that was going to be Dodger basketball. Here comes Gersma into the front court. Hands off to Lamar Johnson, who hands off to Hayes, who hands off to Gersma, who throws it over to Lamar Johnson. And now to Kyle Smith at the top, playing with that bloody nose. Drives into the paint, and that one hangs on the rack and finally drops in for Kyle Smith, who has 10 tonight. 47-45, Bobcats with the lead. Zuspan up high, controlling the point, directs the offense. Had Feely come up, and then Feely rolled down the left side of the paint, but there was nothing open. Over to Woodruff, right wing, tries to drive inside, ball's knocked away, but it pops out to Westerhoff at the top of the key. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Backdoor, nobody found Woodruff. Woodruff cuts from the right wing into the paint between four Bobcats, and they're all standing around looking confused as Woodruff has 17, and it ties the game back up at 47 with the layup on the left side of the hoop. Wow, that's a bad time to have a lapse defensively. Kyle Smith, top of the key, free throw line, dribbling around against Altman, pulls up, jumper's no good. Off the left side, Westerhoff brings in the rebound, up to Altman, and he's going to dribble it off of his foot as he puts his fists together and screams in frustration on the turnover with 2:04 to go in the basketball game. Young sophomore right there, better days ahead, but Taven Altman's played well here tonight. 5 here in the second half, and now a defensive hold. It looks like Taven Altman's going to pick it up. So when it rains, it pours for Taven Altman. That's his first foul of the night. Reggie Peterson's going to get off the bench and replace him. Especially with younger players, sometimes that does happen. Frustration, you take it out on the defensive end, and then just like that, you commit the second team foul here in the fourth quarter. Inbound to Lamar Johnson, trying to do the dirty work. Misses the shot as he goes up with it, but Gersma on the right block gets the offensive rebound. 1:45 to go. Gersma tries to get his knee out, but it's picked off. Here goes Westerhoff. Layup off the right side. No good. Niehaus gets the rebound. Gersma to Kyle Smith, right high post jumper's no good, but Kyle Smith fouled on the shot. And this will be the first trip of the night by Kyle Smith to the line. It's the third on Westerhoff. Lamar Johnson, the only Bobcat in foul trouble tonight, as he has 4, and Kyle Smith, normally clutch at the line, a 77% free throw shooter, misses the first. We're tied at 47, this to give the Bobcats a lead. And Kyle Smith will give the Bobcats a lead, as you see there on KFJB-TV. Kyle Smith looking a little rough around the edges here tonight. He's been through the ringer, but he gives the Bobcats a lead by 1. 1:20 and counting, and a Gersma block as a drive by Woodruff down to the left block, and out of bounds it goes as Gersma blocked his shot. Baseline right side, Woodruff will inbound for Fort Dodge. Getting tight here late on the road for the Cats. Inbound, far side to Zuspan. Drives baseline, kicks near side corner, wide open. Woodruff 3 off the right side of the iron. Gersma with the rebound, and he'll bring it up court. And he'll trot over the Dodger logo at midcourt with 60 seconds to go and a 1-point lead for the Cats. Cardiac Cats here on the road here tonight. The girls winning in cardiac fashion, and the guys trying to do it as well. Kyle Smith off a screen, 3's off the back of the iron. No good, and Gersma fouls Carter Woodruff, who brought in the rebound on his way down. Gersma picks up his second foul of the night. And that one with 45 seconds to go. Head coach Willie Williams wants a timeout for his Dodgers. We'll take it with them. Cats 48, Dodgers 47 on KFJB.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
45 seconds to go in Fort Dodge. Bobcats hanging on to a slim 48-47 lead. Dodgers will have the basketball out of the timeout as head coach Mike Apple coaching up his guys as he'll head back out on the floor defensively. It's been a tough night on the road in Fort Dodge. Bobcats dominated the Dodgers earlier this season. 56-31 back in December. They won the rebounding. They won the game. They shot better at 51% from the floor, but here tonight, Dodgers turning it around. And they have the basketball. Final 40. Free throw line, Westerhoff picks it up. Gets it over to Woodruff, far side corner, drives baseline, kicks to Feely. Feely puts it down to the block. The jumper inside the paint is no good. Shot clock is off as Lamar Johnson holds in the rebound, and a foul as Lamar Johnson is fouled on the rebound. And that is, we talked about man buckets, but man rebounds as well. Lamar Johnson doing the dirty work. 24 seconds to go. Another timeout. We'll take it with them. 48-47. Cats with the basketball and the lead when we come back.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Yeah, I hope to have you along for Bobcat Live coming up on Thursday night. We'll talk girls, boys basketball, boys swim, and girls wrestling. All right, 24 seconds to go in Fort Dodge. 48-47. Bobcats with the lead. Looking to close it out with the shot clock off and a foul by Carter Woodruff as Jacob Hayes had the basketball on the Dodgers script on the far side in front of the student section. And that is the fifth team foul on the Dodgers. Second one of the night on Carter Woodruff. And this will send Jacob Hayes to the free throw line for two. Big free throws right here. Need to knock him down. Fifth trip of the night to the free throw line for the Bobcats as a team. Last meeting in December, they did not shoot a single free throw. And as I speak, Jacob Hayes with his 13th point of the night as he knocks down the first. This one to extend it to a 3-point lead. And it rolls in and out, no good. It's a 2-point game, 49-47. And before the Dodgers get it across midcourt, a timeout on the floor with 16.7 seconds to go on Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. Superb night of basketball. Bobcat ladies win it 33-32. Kinsley Bowie hit a big 2-point bucket to give them the victory. And the Bobcats just had Jacob Hayes at the free throw line to make one and extend it to a 2-point game. And there you see the replay on KFJB-TV of that last second winning shot for the girls. Both teams will be back in action coming up on Friday night against Waterloo East inside the Roundhouse. You better get out to the Roundhouse and enjoy it because we're down to our final 2 home games. Bobcats will be road warriors in February, as will we. And we appreciate your support of our coverage here on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and get those upcoming game alerts by turning on notifications. 10 seconds to go in Fort Dodge. Bobcats by 2. Inside to Westerhoff. Leaves it off for Peterson. Layup is good. We're tied at 49. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gersma, long-range shot's going to come up well short. And bonus basketball in Fort Dodge. If 32 minutes wasn't enough for you, we've got more on the way. We're tied 49 after 4 quarters of play. It's Reggie Peterson. Hasn't done much late or all night. He has 4 points, but Cade Westerhoff found him cutting for the far side corner as he came baseline, and we're headed to overtime. 4 more minutes in Fort Dodge. 49-49 at the end of regulation right here on Your Home for the Cats. News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and KFJB-TV.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Well, if a long hour-and-a-half plus road trip wasn't enough, overtime for the Bobcats. Lamar Johnson, Cade Westerhoff to jump just like we did in regulation. And this time, the Bobcats win the opening tip in OT, 49 apiece. Gersma at the top. Lamar Johnson catches the basketball, playing with 4 fouls. Gersma now finds Lamar Johnson. Oh! Rolls off the side, the left side of the hoop. He was wide open. Beat the defense as he cut down from the right wing to the left block. His shot's no good, but Lamar Johnson draws a foul, headed the line for 2 free throws. Almost an and one. And Lamar Johnson knocks down the first. A light night for Lamar, just 3 points after that made free throw. He had 16 and 6 rebounds against Fort Dodge back in December. Takes a dribble, puts up the second free throw. It's no good. He splits him. Lamar, 52% free throw shooter on the season. Westerhoff gets the basketball in the paint, left block. Goes against Niehaus, and Niehaus touches him on the arm. And that is going to send Westerhoff, the 51% free throw shooter, to the line as Jamison Niehaus picks up his 3rd foul of the night. So Westerhoff, second trip of the night. He split both free throws in the 3rd quarter as he makes the first one here, second one to come, and this one no good. Splits these. We remain tied, or we're tied now at 50 after the first free throw was good. 3:24 to go in overtime. Niehaus at the top over to Gersma. Jacob Hayes cutting down inside. Kyle Smith off of a screen. Goes right down the heart of the paint. Misses the layup. No good. Boy, he had an avenue open way up, but he can't knock down the layup as it's off the mark. A little bit of pressure in his face. Feely now knifes in. His shot's off the mark inside. Kyle Smith went for the rebound, and it's out on the baseline as it kind of got tied up underneath of his feet. And tied at 50 apiece with exactly 3 minutes to go in the overtime period. It is Dodger basketball, baseline right side. Carter Woodruff will be the inbound man. Everybody bunched up on the left wing for Fort Dodge. Officials getting together here and trying to hear what they're talking about down there. Anyway, whatever they had going on is sorted out now. Dodgers will inbound, and that's almost an over and back, but Zuspan caught it right on the line, and now a travel in the paint, and not a travel. Woodruff traveled with the basketball and ran right into a Bobcat, and they'll say there was a hold on the play. And the foul comes in on Drake Gersma, his third. I have that as his fourth, so maybe that's what they were sorting out at the scorer's table, maybe a correction on the fouls. But at the line, Carter Woodruff knocks it down. He's been pretty clutch here tonight. He is 2 of 3 at the stripe to go along with his 18 points. Dodgers up by 1 after the first made free throw, and now they lead by 2. It's 52-50. Woodruff knocks them both down. 2:52 to go, overtime. Niehaus, left wing, gets it to Kyle Smith off a screen, gives it over to Gersma. Kyle Smith off of a screen, Peterson guarding him, crosses over, pulls up in the paint, and it pops in and out. Boy, it's been a tough night for Kyle Smith, just can't buy a bucket. And him not buying a bucket still has 11 points. But normally averaging 19, but he's had a lot of shots, just not go on the road here tonight. Boy, that's a travel miss there. Carter Woodruff caught the basketball, took a couple steps, then dribbles, goes inside, and the feed to Peterson, he has 6. And into the front court, the Bobcats get the basketball and a timeout. 2:01, Bobcats down by 4 in overtime on KFJB-TV. Dodgers have caught a few breaks here late. Carter Woodruff traveled and then dished it to Reggie Peterson, and they extend the lead now to 4 as it's 54-50. Bobcats 4-10 on the season. They're 2-3 in conference play. Dodgers are 3-11. They're 1-5 in the Iowa Alliance North. Bobcats with a win would get back to 500 in conference play, and this one would do the Bobcats well heading into a tough game on Friday night against Waterloo East. Timeout called by head coach Mike Apple. 2:01 to go in the game. Bobcats will inbound from the far side to Gersma. Hayes holding the basketball, gives it up to Gersma. Spin move, gets into the paint. Looking around, finds Jacob Hayes. Now they'll reverse it to the near side, and Lamar Johnson just getting bumped all around. Finally a foul called on Reggie Peterson. That's his first of the night. Lamar playing with 4, but also guys giving it to him down there as well. And finally, that one recognized by the official. And this will send Lamar Johnson to the line for 2 free throws as both teams are over the 5 foul mark. And the first one's good for Lamar Johnson, as short time ago he went to the line and split those. This one to draw the Cats back within 2. Takes 2 dribbles, and the free throw's up and good. So the senior Lamar Johnson clutched down the line, gets the Cats back within a bucket. Zuspan, right high post, gets the basketball over to Peterson. Now to the top with 90 seconds to go. Here goes Westerhoff down the left side. Leaner's no good, and Niehaus just rips it away like he would on the gridiron. Playing linebacker out there in the paint. Here's Gersma, baseline drive, double team, pushes around, gets tied up, jump ball, possession arrow with fork dodge. 1:14 back to the Dodgers here in overtime. Wow. Well, Gersma's going to learn as a sophomore. You either go up with it right away or you don't drive in there against 3 guys stepping in on you and get tied up give the ball back. But learning moment right there is just didn't have anybody around to pass it into or get it out of the paint. Zuspan at the top gets the handoff. 60 seconds to go in Fort Dodge in overtime. 2-point game. Feely has it. Guarded by Smith. Now hands off to Zuspan. Zuspan over to Westerhoff. He'll knife down to the left block. Layup is good. 4-point game. Westerhoff started out slow, but now he has 14. And a timeout by head coach Mike Apple as he slaps his hands together, not happy with that last defensive possession as the drive just right down the left side by Cade Westerhoff. And the Dodgers have a 4-point lead in overtime on KFJB-TV.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Welcome back to Fort Dodge. Brandon Lewis with you on the road tonight in Iowa Alliance Conference action on a Super Tuesday up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Bobcats still have one timeout remaining as head coach Mike Apple just took that one. Bobcats will be on the offensive end, trailing by 4. Just a tough night of basketball. Dodgers have played a pretty physical brand of basketball, and Bobcats have answered here tonight, but built a big lead. Third quarter, they were leading by 10, and now on the inbound out of the timeout, it's a 5-second call. Turnover, Bobcats. Eos just couldn't find anybody. And the Bobcats going to have to foul in the backcourt, and Jamison Eos will foul here to extend the game out as Fort Dodge will head to the line. Cade Westerhoff will go to the stripe. He is 2 of 4 on the evening. And he'll miss the first one off the right side. Well, regardless if the free throw goes, it's still a 2-possession game as Lamar Johnson gets the miss by Westerhoff. 25 seconds to go. Bobcats in the front court. Jacob Hayes trying to buy some room for a 3. Gets it to Gersma, drives inside. Boy, that is well off. Gersma couldn't get the leaner to go. And here's 10 seconds in the game. Bobcats can't foul. They beat it. Peterson layup is good, and that'll do it. 58-52 is our final in overtime. Bobcats can't close it out. They had a big lead by 10 in the third quarter, but the Dodgers stormed back, and the Bobcats collapsed defensively late here tonight as Cade Westerhoff and Carter Woodruff light up the Cats. 19 for Woodruff, Westerhoff with 14. Reggie Peterson comes out of left field. He had 8, and most of that, he was just finding himself wide open on cuts to the bucket. So that'll do it tonight in overtime. Bobcats fall to the Dodgers after the Cats just extremely dominated the Dodgers first time around in a final score of 56-31. Just like the girls' game, the girls were able to reverse the first meeting. The Dodgers able to do that to the Bobcats here in the boys' game. We head to the locker room report. Presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Well, tough night for the Marshalltown boys basketball team. They fall in overtime, 58-52. Both teams now stand at a mark of 4-11 on the season. The Cats are now 2-4 in conference play. The Dodgers are 2-5. Leading scorer tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats, Jacob Hayes, knocked down a couple of big threes in the first half. He finishes with 13. Lamar Johnson with 5. 8 for Adam Boone, 11 for Kyle Smith. Drake Gersma finishes with 10, and Jamison Niehaus with 5. Carter Woodruff, a big night for him. He finishes with 19 for Fort Dodge, 14 for Cade Westerhoff, and a whole host of other guys in scoring, including Taven Altman with 5. 6 apiece for Taven Feely and Reggie Peterson tonight for Fort Dodge. Well, the Bobcats fall here tonight on the road. We'll be back home on Friday night as they'll take on the Waterloo East Trojans, as tip-off will come right around 7:45 tonight, or on Friday night. In the boys' game, we'll have the girls-boys doubleheader on Friday for you. Meanwhile, for Fort Dodge, they're going to take on Ames Friday night. We'll see how they do, as Fort Dodge is now 3-2 in their last 5. They've won 2 games in a row, and the Bobcats are still 1-4 in their last 5 games. Again, 58-52 our final score here tonight in Fort Dodge. In the boys' game, girls won it earlier tonight, 33-32, avenging an earlier season loss to the Dodger ladies. Coming up, it is our OPA Player of the Game and our Locker Room Report. Again, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. This is Bobcat Hoops. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Back inside Fort Dodge High School, time for our Player of the Game. All brought to you by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa. Well, our Player of the Game, junior Jacob Hayes tonight. He knocked down a couple big threes in the first half. Struggled a little bit scoring-wise down the line here tonight. as Bobcats fall 58-52 in overtime, but definitely opened up with a few real nice shots, especially early on to get the Bobcats going. Again, Jacob Hayes finishes with 13. He is our player of the game here tonight. Again, Hayes will receive a $25 gift certificate as the OPA player of the game to OPA Grill in Marshalltown. We'll visit with head coach Mike Apple when we come back on our Locker Room Report right here on KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Back in on the Locker Room Report, our post-game chat with head coach Mike Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. 58-52 in overtime, coach, here tonight. Bobcats fall. Really good effort, especially for the first three quarters. Your team was up by 10, but heading to that fourth and then in overtime, it seemed like the Dodgers just, I don't know if they just, I don't know what it was. Their physicality probably kind of wore on you a little bit. I know Lamar had 4 fouls here tonight late, but it especially seemed like on the defensive side, they were just finding those open spots here tonight. What'd you kind of make it as you kind of saw this game progress and they were continuing to find things out against your defense?
Well, we stopped defending. I mean, that was the story of the game. We held them to 16 points that first half, and then we couldn't guard anyone all of a sudden. And that's we got to do a much better job of being consistent with that and making it harder for them to score and be solid and understand what they're trying to do. And we had a really hard time with that for that second half, and especially that fourth quarter, getting stops when they needed to. And they came back, and it hurt us. I mean, that's really frustrating because I've been thinking we're making some really good strides defensively, and tonight it didn't look like that at all.
Give credit to the Dodgers a little bit as far as, they've seen in the second half, they seem to turn things around. They've challenged a little bit more. You feel like, even though I know you mentioned the defensive lapses, stuff like that, do you feel like they've found some ways to get under the skin of some teams in the conference?
They're playing with a lot more confidence. They're feeling good now. I mean, they know they competed against Mason City and won, and they had some guys make some big threes for them there at the end to kind of send it to overtime and tie the game there. And that's where we got to do a much better job of just controlling what we're doing. Continue to take easy baskets and kind of keep that lead and don't let them get a chance at it there and get that confidence when you're up by 10, 15 points there.
How much does it change the dynamic of what you want to do defensively when Lamar is playing with 4?
It changes everything. I mean, it's tough when he's not out there for us at times. He's a guy that we have to have on the floor. He's one of our best defenders, and tonight Lamar, he struggled with the foul trouble, and that affects what we do defensively, obviously, and he understands that, and he's got to do a much better job being ready to play and moving his feet and not getting easy fouls like that.
You have a couple days off. You'll take on Waterloo East. We'll talk to you Friday night. Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple here on our Locker Room Report. Again, our post-game chat, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your qualified, locally owned diesel mechanics. This is the Locker Room Report. We'll wrap things up from Fort Dodge next, right here on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Marshalltown Bobcats will turn the page and get ready for Juana Luis coming up on Friday night after dropping to 4-11 on the season. Juana Luis Trojans in town for the girls-boys doubleheader on Friday. Coverage starts at 6 on KFJB and KFJB-TV. Hope to have you along for that one coming up on Friday night. For our KFJB-TV crew, we brought you a great girls win, 33-32, and the boys lose in overtime again, 58-52. For our producer, Jeff Brooks, back at the radio studios. Thanks for some of the score feeds here tonight. As a couple of finals here tonight, Des Moines North knocks off Hoover 71-48. Ames takes as a late update here, leading Mason City 41-26. And Roosevelt tops Lincoln 76-43 as the Bobcats will see Lincoln coming up in the next couple of weeks. So thanks to our radio producer, Jeff Brooks. Keith Stewart, Lincoln Eastman on camera. David Braga, our on-site producer. I'm Brandon Lewis. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat basketball right here on Euro for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.